everyone, and welcome back to yet another Sims 4 build video. So this is back to building some houses. So I was looking at the different stuff that I had for inspiration and the different designs and everything, and I ended up settling on this kind of like modern setup cottage. And so it's meant to be like a cottage that goes on a farm. And so like the floor plan looks really complex because I had a bunch of different moving parts with like how the deck was going to be set up and how rooms were oriented inside to give it that really nice modern feel. There's also a number of what are they called? Why did I suddenly forget the name for them? Oh goodness. I legitimately can't remember what they're called. Solar panels, that's what they're called. There's some solar panels that go on the roof. So this home could potentially be a little bit of an eco home, which would be really nice for this one in particular. So here I am obviously getting rid of some of those walls that is impeding the way that the deck is going to be set up. I did have some like other issues and I ended up shrinking this one deck and that caused issues. It was just, for some reason, things did not want to function the way that I needed them to function, and when I put it there, it was just like, nope, I don't want to. It was so strange. But this build did end up looking like really cool. Like, there's so many things that I wish we could do in The Sims that just, like, isn't allowed. I wonder if it would be more allowed with the platforms. Can you put a ladder on platforms? That might be something I play around with in the future, because there were some ideas I had for this build and I legitimately couldn't figure out how to make them work because of the limitations of Sims building. Like, you can do stuff in real life that you can't do in Sims architecture. This Sims architecture has gotten a lot better though, especially since they added in the platform, so that's been an amazing improvement, I think, all around for all of us, gameplay and builders alike. But there are definitely a few more things that I'm like, I wish we could do this random thing. So, of course, once you get the main floor plan down, it's good to get in all the windows and the doors so you know where that stuff's gonna go. Like, the one door is at, like, in the kind of like original floor plan that for this build, like one of the doors was supposed to be in a different spot and it just didn't work in The Sims. So it's interesting like how things change as like you look at them and you have to adjust and just make things work and still make it look really good. I think this still looks really, really good by the time that we get to the end of this build. I had fun fiddling around with the roofs for a while. There were some issues dealing with all those different panels going in and seeing what fits where and how much of an overhang is going to be where and what angles we're going for. But I mean, by the end of it, I just love these projects. I really do. I think they are so fun to do, to mess around with and just test different styles and different things out. And that's what makes Sims really fun for me, is just the building aspect. Like, I don't really like doing all of the design a Sim, give them a personality, and then have to choose all of their clothing outfits and then live their life and make them be romantic with each other or whatever, just to get a relationship. And it's just so much work for me. Like, when I go into The Sims and I actually do play as a character that I designed, that character like never has a romance with anyone because maintaining and getting a relationship is just too much effort for me, which really speaks to the ace side of me in a way, because I'm just like, it's not worth the effort. And so my characters are usually just single and out there living their best lives and just chilling. Like, they'll have a job and they'll go do the job and I interact with them and it's really fun. But the minute that I think about trying to give them an actual life, it just, I'm like, ugh, don't make me. Please don't make me. I don't want it. And so it is quite hilarious. I mean, if a sim were to, like, if the AI in Sims were designed that they could come up to you and romance you, I would be 100% down for that. But because I have to initiate it from my sim side, I'm like, nope, we're not doing it. We're not going to that length. So that was a wild tangent from what is going on in this video. A lot of this platform stuff I like set up and then realized that it wasn't really working the way that I wanted to, or it was like messing up functions of items on how I wanted them to look. And so I do lower down this platform back, which it was nice to have it raised just for being able to place the flooring and not having to like manually place the flooring and choose how I want it to be, or like have it blocked out by the wall until I had finished that. It was still able to be an open space, and then I could just boop one down and done. I like the little alcove that it created between the kitchen and the hallway that goes to the bedrooms. There's a little laundry room that's in here. I'm not sure. I think I put the washer and dryer in very last because I thought I was done designing stuff, and then I was like, oh wait, no, I still needed to do that. Then there was this whole issue with the counters not lining up, and I couldn't figure out why stuff wasn't lining up, so it looks almost like a little bit awkward with like a little bit of a lip hanging out. But I think with the pillar there, it really evens out that look instead and doesn't make it seem too awkward overall, which is, you know, what we want. Is we don't want an awkward looking room. I do like the clutter that I put into the kitchen. I like this couch that I kind of have off to the side, and I created kind of like that bar over the top, just kind of create a little bit of a separation, a little bit of difference. I wish that there were like more indoor wall pieces that we could put in that make it look like something is maybe has like a wooden bar across it. I don't really know how to describe it in technical architecture terms, but like when you like, it just makes it look like it's made out of timber. So like when you walk into like a log cabin and they've got those timbers that go across or whatever, and then there's like a gap above it, or maybe there's just a timber attached to the wall. That's what I want, is I want to be able to do something like that in The Sims without having to do mods, because it's just too much. I'm a very lazy person. Very, very lazy person. So having to download mods to do the things that I want to be able to do is usually just too much effort for me. Especially when you have to keep updating them every single time the game updates. I'm like, no, not worth it. I'll just deal with what they give me. I'll deal with what Sims handed me. But it can be really frustrating from time to time, because it's like, oh man, I wish I had this thing. And then it's like, oh, I could go get the tool mod and then I could actually do that. But I don't want to. I just don't want to. So I just create stuff in The Sims without using those kinds of mods, or without going and finding CC, because it's too much. Too much for my lazy brain. I do like this whole house. Like, one of the rooms is technically unfinished, like I never put anything in it, but it's kind of designed to be like a little maintenance room off the side of the house. So this would be like where your electrical panel is at or whatever. That's what that room is designed for. So I mean, you could like put some stuff in there that's maybe like skill based, and that would be, you know, your choice for your Sims. So it does leave some open area. I like the living room, that little bit of separation with the angle TV, with the kitchen, how it just wraps around that space in a nice little square. The guest bedroom has the cute little bookshelf. This hallway just looks very nice with the wood pillars. So I think I made a lot of really good design choices. Like, it's a lot of bland brown colors, which is not normal colors that I put in my builds, because I don't really like decorating with the color brown, but it does look nice in this capacity. So if you like this build, let me know in the ways that you let people know, and I'll see you in the next one.